Hello guys, and welcome back to another class of our course about the complete introduction to data science with Python. So basically in today's class we are going to talk about plenty of very interesting formulas that you guys will see are really interesting and simple to use. So basically the five operations that we are gonna learn to do today are pretty simple. The first one would allow us to create an array. So it's gonna be the linspace operation that will allow us to create array with numbers that will be automatically generated. The second one will be slicing. So basically we are gonna slice our array into, we will be able to slice our array, for example, with multiple arrays, with multiple lines into an array with just one line with the numbers that we want. And finally, we're gonna talk about the min, max, and sum functions, which are also really simple to use and can be really effective. So let's start. So as I said, the first function that we are gonna talk about would be the linspace function. Basically how this function works is pretty simple. So the first thing, so why is it used at first? It's used to create a array with the numbers that are from an equal distance from one another. So how exactly this works? So pretty simple, we want to create a variable, so var1 in this case, equal. So np, like always, dot. In this case, the function would be linspace. From this moment, we want the first number that we gonna enter here because we have three elements inside of this variable. The first one would be the first number. So let's say we want to have 10 as our first number. Then that's our start number. So our second number would be, let's say, 50. So basically what we are asking right now Python to do is starting with the number 10 and finishing at the number 50. And we want Python to generate how many random numbers at equal distance, how many numbers at equal distance. Let's say we want Python to generate 100 numbers at equal distance between 10 and 50. Let's start with less than 100. Let's say we want to generate only two numbers. So what we will see right here, just printing the function. So print. Here we go. So what we will see is that Python will just generate 10 and 50. If we ask Python to generate four numbers, so in this case, it will generate 10 as first number, then 23.33, then 36, then 50. So those numbers are at equal distance. So basically they're at equal distance. So from 10 to 23.333 is at equal distance that 23.33 from 36.666 from 50. As you can see, it's pretty simple. We can do this with really huge numbers. For example, 100 is just gonna take more time to complete. But as you can see, you can have really huge numbers and it's gonna automatically calculate everything. So as you can see, this function could be really interesting for bigger projects. For the second function that we are gonna talk about would be the slicing function. And for this function, we will need to create ourselves an array. So like always, we will create ourselves an array and pretty simple. So we wanna start it with a variable. So once again, we'll have our var1 np.array. And from this moment, we'll create an array that will be two-dimensional because this function works with two-dimensional arrays. So pretty simple, we will have our even and odd numbers as always. So 2, 4, and 6. And for the second array, we will have, in this case, 1, 3, and 5. So as you can see, it's pretty simple what we'll do. So we have 1, 3, and 5. So we have our array right here. So just to try it out, we'll print it. So print var1. Here we go. So if we run it, as you can see, our array works. So everything is fine. So what we want to do right now is work with, we want to slice our function. So basically how exactly we'll slice our function, it's pretty simple. So let's say we only want the number 4. So how exactly we'll do this? It's pretty simple. We'll write down print. And what exactly we want? We want to print from variable 1. So from variable 1, we want to print inside of the line 0, so this line, the line 0, we want the first argument. So basically in Python, we start counting from 0. So this would be 0, this would be 1, this would be 2. So from the line 0, this would be our line 0. We want to print the element number 1 or number 2. So basically how we'll write it down right here. So from the line 0, we want to print the element number 2. So number 1 in this case, because in Python language, it's going to be 1. And if we run it, we will have 4. So as you can see, it's pretty simple to understand. Now let's say, for example, we want to print the number 4 and the number 3 right here. So basically for the two arrays. So how exactly we'll write it down? It's pretty simple. We will use the 2 points. So what does those 2 points mean? So from the line 0 until the infinity of all lines, so basically until the end, I want to print all the number 1s. So if I translate, basically from the line 0, from here to the end, if here I only have 2 lines, so basically from here till the end, I want to print all number 1s. So basically it's going to print the 4 and the 3 right here. So if I run the app, what it will do, it will print 4 and 3 as well. So for the purpose of this example, we'll add more arrays, so just to try it out. And inside of those arrays, we'll just write down some random numbers. So for example, 7, 24, 21, 10, 30, and 50. Here we go. All right. And if we run our app, it's going to do the exact same thing. So as I said, it's going to print all the number 1s in all the arrays. All right, so you guys get the point. Now let's say we want to print from here, from this line right here. So pretty simple. Instead of writing 0 right here, what we'll do is we'll ask Python to print from line number, let's say 1. So from this line right here until the end, we want to print all number 1s. So from line number 1, we want to print all number 1. So it's going to print the 3, the 24, and the 30. So if we run the app, as I said, it printed the 3, the 24, and the 30. So this is for the slicing part. So you guys get the point, and you understand why exactly do we use slicing. All right, so next few functions that we are gonna talk about, you'll see they're pretty simple to use, and they work the exact same way. So those are the min, the max, and the sum function as well. So as always, what we need right now, we need our array. So basically we'll just create our variable. So in this case, var1, that would be equal to our array. So like always, np.array. We open up the parentheses. And in this case, like always, it's going to be 2, 4, 6. All right, so we get our array right here. Next thing that we want to do is just finding out the max of all this. So basically, we'll print. First thing, we write down our variable name. So in this variable, so in var1, we want to print the max. So dot max, open and close parentheses, really important, and run the app. And as you can see, it will print us 6. So we have our 6 right here. So this is the max of this array. What's cool about it is that it works for all types of, well, for 1 dimension as well as 2-dimensional arrays. So if we add a second dimension to this array, so we have 2, 4, 6. And let's say we add 1, 3, and 5, like we always do, and we run the app. As you can see, it's gonna stay 6. But if here we have 50, for example, you'll see it's gonna become 50. So basically, it's gonna work with the whole array right here. All right, so same thing for the min. If you wanna know the min of all this, pretty simple. Instead of max, just write down min, and you guys can run the app. And it's gonna be 1. So the min, the smallest number, is 1. And if we change 1 by 10, the smallest number will become 2. So in this case, it's gonna be 2. All right, and finally, the last thing is the sum. So basically what the sum function or the sum operation will do inside of this array, it will simply calculate the sum of all the numbers inside of this array. So very simple, just write down sum. Very important, print var, so the name of our variable, sum. You run the app, and as you can see, it gives us 21. So basically, it's the sum of all the numbers right here. So as you can see, guys, it's pretty simple to understand. Those are some other really simple functions that works with arrays in NumPy. So those are really simple NumPy applications. So I hope you guys learned some few things inside of this class. And in the next class, we are still going to learn some other NumPy operations. So that's it for this class, guys, and see you all in our next class.